Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Winfrey Daniel Okolo and this is Pageant Academy. On this platform, what we try to do is to put out as much information as we can from experience about pageantry, modeling, and owning it as a woman in this day and in this time. Today, I'm going to be talking about overcoming stage fright. We all know how major that is, especially when we're out there on stage during a pageantry trying to answer our questions, and it's just difficult. This has literally been one major issue I had to overcome also. So if you know you're interested in this, please do like, comment, share, subscribe, share to your friends and loved ones, and definitely keep on watching because I'll be right back. Welcome back and thank you so much for still being here. If you're a first-time subscriber, thank you, and make sure you keep coming back. And of course, if you've been here with me for a while now, you're the G. Okay, so today, as I said earlier, I'll be talking about overcoming stage fright. Let me put this out there and put it to you for free. Nobody is over or ever gets over stage fright. I don't mean they'll do it scared, like jittery and to be obvious. No, the truth of the issue is that fear is something that actually happens on the inside of us. But then again, for people who have mastered it, or for people who now have a strong charade, literally look like, oh, this is a walk in the park, I'm just doing it easily. No, that's not true. Everybody, think about whoever the greatest presenter or host or pageant queen is, and you think she was rocking it, killing it at that point. There was a time in that day she was nervous, right? Honestly, the truth is, being scared is one thing, looking scared is another thing. Some people actually say that they cannot help themselves. They're just so jittery and sweaty. People literally start to sweat and shiver and all of that. And see, it is absolutely fine. At that point, you just need to do simple exercises that will help you release tension. Simple things like taking deep breaths. Like literally, that just calmed me down. Take deep breaths with your nostrils and then release gently through your mouth. Do that several times. You realize that fine, the tension might still be there, but then again, the symptoms of tension, which might be sweating, shaking, shivering, will definitely reduce. Another thing is you can literally take out a few minutes if you have the time and do a quick meditation. Meditate, close your eyes, think of yourself being crowned. Think of that point where you were when you decided to go for the pageant you're at that point. Think of things like that that give you that good vibe. Think of how energetic you were. Think of that friend that was hyping you and all of that was there for you throughout. Think of your family that kept on pushing you and supporting you. If that is not your case, just think of something that literally brings the great memories of why you decided to be here for the first time. And I think what works the most is think about after you get past it and how after you nail the question, after you nail that presentation, after you nail that task at that point, how people are going to applaud you, how people are literally going to just dote on you, and how amazing it will feel finally winning that crown you've worked so hard for. See, fear will be there. We just have to know how to overcome it. Keep your mind positive at all times. There is no point in doing something and then while you're at it, while you're nervous, you're now thinking of, what if I go, my dress tears? What if I go, I'm answering the question and I flop and I make a mistake? What if I this, what if I... There's no point doing that. Also, there's no point having anybody in your environment that makes your mood down or that gives you negative vibe, please chase them away. Even in your life, whether it's pageant or not pageant or your normal day-to-day lives, please do not stay around people that will bring your mood down for any reason. You say they are being realistic. No, they're being negative and you're taking away your energy. If you notice, when you're positive and you're vibrant, you definitely will have more energy. So even in that time of your nervousness, try to have, that's why people see, why do you think, for instance, now you go for a concert, you hear, oh, a Burna Boy or a Rihanna, even, or a Beyonce or a Rihanna or a Cardi B or somebody is on stage performing and they have a hype man. Why do you think someone like Dotsun, yes, the energy god, he literally he specialized now in hyping people. What do you think that is about? It's literally to create the buzz. So by the time the person singing is being hyped, the person that is obviously receiving the song will automatically be hyped. So get your hypers with you when I'm going for a pageant. I don't go alone. No. For Miss Nigeria, I had my G's around me. For MBGN in my room that day, I had my people. I know sometimes it may seem intimidating to other contestants, but honestly, I'm honestly not trying to intimidate you. I'm honestly just trying to keep my energy in the right mood. So people can actually notice, your friends around you, your family around you will notice that, she's getting nervous. They'll try to talk you out of it, try to cheer you up, just try to hype you. See, my friends, God bless you. My family, God bless and multiply you, because if not for them, I don't know where I'll be now. Okay, so that is that about that, right? So make sure you keep your mind positive. At that point, you're nervous. There's no need forcing the negatives anymore. What will happen will happen. You've done your preparation. You're at that point. All you can do is literally go forward, right? So take deep breaths. Take a moment to meditate and center your thoughts. Also, you can smile. Smiling also legitimately calms nerves. So that's why you see, even on stage, when they actually question, your heart's pumping and beating, you smile, you take a deep breath, and then you start to answer. Never answer a question immediately when it is asked to you. That is why some people now developed the whole mechanism of saying, oh, thank you very much for that question. Some people say it's stupid. Why would you say that? Yeah, the truth is it might be stupid, but the truth is what the person is doing is giving the brain time to process that question that has been asked, right? Giving also time to calm down nervousness, so you don't just speak from that point of nervousness and blow it, right? And let me give you this from my own personal experience. From Miss University Nigeria, right? I say it every time. I never prayed to win. I just prayed to not flop my question on stage. Why? Because I knew this speaking in public thing was a major deal for me. Like, come on to introduce yourself. My name is Winfrey Daniel Kolo. Then the Daniel was not even there, so it was just two. My name is Winfrey Kolo. It was such a big deal, and I used to jitter, and I literally used to flop it every time. So that's what I told my question. I pray to God, and no matter what, let me not flop it on that day. Right before I answered the question, my heart was here. Like, I was literally so nervous, but I knew that preparation would help me also be a little bit confident. So before the time, of course, I read on possible questions that could be asked. I prayed to God. I said, see, God, I've done my part. I don't want to go and disgrace my family on that stage, so just help me. And yeah, at that point, when they asked the question, I did say thank you very much for that question, and then I started to answer. I answered, made my first statement, and then I paused. It's not like I paused intentionally. People started clapping, so I paused. And that pause was amazing because it helped me to now even gather more information. Do you understand? Some people, when they start cheering for them, they keep on talking. They not increase their voice and they're talking. Sometimes it's good, it's great too, don't get me wrong. But sometimes you might literally get ahead of yourself and now start to flop when you're saying something good. I've seen that situation where you're talking, people are cheering, Nigerians, and they will cheer, yay! It will be entering your head. Before you know, you start saying nonsense. Someone that also trained me in speech delivery always says, keep it short and simple. Kiss. Don't keep the kiss short and simple. Keep what you're saying short and simple. Keep it short and simple. When they ask you a question, compartmentalize your answer and then deliver it and go, right? Don't deliver it and be explaining how it was ordered online, how it, just deliver and go. right? You're not told to write an essay. That's why sometimes for question and answers, they actually tell you, okay, you have so number of minutes. When they give you minutes or timing to answer a question or introduce yourself, that is perfect. It doesn't mean you have to exhaust the whole time. It means whatever you're saying should not exceed that time. However, if they give you like a 3 minutes, you don't want to do like a 30 seconds, right? So what you're saying should be about 2 minutes. If they give you a 3 minutes, you can do two. Nobody will definitely give you 2 minutes on stage because nobody has that time, right? But then again, if they give you like a 3 minutes, for instance, or they say in a minute or in 2 minutes, answer this question, right? Keep it 2 minutes, 2.5. That's good. You don't have to do the 3, because by the time, and when you're practicing, for instance, now they give you 3 minutes introduction. When you're practicing, practice for about 2 minutes 30 seconds. That way you're in safe range. So even if you want to exceed, you exceed small and remember that, oh, okay, I've passed what I've been saying, you now reach like, let's say 2:45, as opposed to keeping it by 3. Then by the time you now get to 3, you now exceed and all of that. So just be safe in everything, right? So now being on stage, answering the question at that point when you're being asked. I told you, first off, when they ask you the question, if you want to say thank you very much for that question, that is fine. Don't listen to people that say, oh, don't say it. What are you thanking me for? That's their business. Except during the pageants, you're there for. They tell you, don't say thank you very much for that question. That's totally different, right? Then also, you can say thank you. That's fine. Or you can repeat the question in this manner. If they ask you, do you think Nigeria is ready for a female president? What do you think about the NSAS movement? How do you think pageantry affects the economy? How do you think girls' empowerment is important? What effect do you think girls' empowerment is having on the world at large? You start by saying, I think women empowerment is important because... There's nothing wrong with starting by saying women empowerment is important because there's nothing wrong with it too. But I just advise give them a part of their question before you add your answer to it. Why? It gives you time to think and process things, and it also makes you look more organized and more knowledgeable as regards answering questions. Also, some people ask for the speaker to come over the question again. There is nothing bad in doing that. People think, okay, if you do that, it already shows that you are off. You are not off. You are not off anything. It's better you're off like that before answering the question and then being off, right? So they ask you a question. Please, can you take the question again? The person is reading the question. You are thinking about what the person said. Do you understand? Everything is wisdom. Apply it. Because by the time the person is done, you have your answers. Even you've given time, let's say it's even a long question, you've now given time to organize your thoughts and then know where you want to start with and then start properly. If it's a long question, I will advise, so you understand, you don't go and start answering them, right? I've watched several pageants and they ask questions and the girls literally go off because they don't understand, they genuinely don't understand. The audience is not going to understand that, okay, fine, you don't understand it. So you bet, then after they answer to a point, they now say, sorry, could you repeat the question again? Or maybe the host will now say, okay, no, that was not the question asked, or something like that. So if you need it, do ask for it. In certain cases, even if you don't need it, in order to ease your nerves, do ask for the question to be repeated again. And then again, when it comes to answering questions, go and study up. There are loads of videos on YouTube on pageants. And of course, every pageant has answered questions. The questions, I'll tell you this for free. The questions are never different. They're never manufactured, right? Considering the number of pageants we've had, there's no how you go through 10 to 20 pageants watching the question and answer segment and they will ask you a question that is out of all of that, except maybe something new happens in community or that happens in your country or something. And of course, if something new is happening in your country, you're representing your country or you're representing the states in your country, you're going for your national pageant, you definitely should know what is happening. You should be up to date with the happenings around. So that is very important too. So people go, they don't prepare. So people prepare, they prepare strictly on certain kind of questions, and then they leave current affairs, right? Some pageants go for current affairs. So just also know, fine, this pageant, this is the way they do it normally. Then apply yourself to it that way, okay? Then now answering, another thing that helps me while on stage is I tell myself, see, anybody being put in this position right now has the tendency of flopping, probability of flopping. The person will also get nervous, even if it's not true, even if some people will not get nervous. I tell myself that everybody will get nervous if told to take this mic now and answer this question. So even the person sitting down there that will be the loudest person laughing in the room, if you call the person might most likely shy away. Do you get? So also use that, tell yourself that okay, fine, it's a normal thing. Being scared, being nervous is normal. So you're not a weirdo, right? Something I also do that I think I read it somewhere, which is also quite helpful, is imagine everybody in the hall, including the host asking you a question, and other contestants sitting down on a toilet seat, taking their regular morning or night dump. Imagine the faces they make when they're trying to push it out. Can you see that automatically makes you laugh? And of course, on a pageant stage, you want to be smiling. So those kind of thoughts will definitely put a smile on your face. What I try to do is have different stories or thoughts like that in my head, so I can literally just be flipping pages in my head of the kind of sites. And of course, don't get too carried away with the thoughts and then forget the question you're being asked. So yeah, that is also important, right? Just think about it for a few seconds, smile, laugh about it. That will make you calm also, then you can proceed with your questions. Nobody is beyond mistakes. So if you happen to make mistakes, make sure you correct yourself and move on. Do not apologize. It is not necessary. It doesn't show that you are being nice. I don't mean to people around you or in other works of life, but while you're on stage, you're answering a question, you're doing a presentation, no need to apologize. Make it brief and keep on going. If it's a technical issue, you are not the pageant organizer. The person that meant to organize, Abi will apologize. If it's something, a presentation at work, it's not your fault that the lights went off. Fine, you can say, okay, sorry about that. Keep on moving. Don't now gloss over the apology. Oh, sorry, it was because no need. You're answering a question, you get hooked at the middle, collect yourself, start again. Don't even ask, please, can I start again? Why? No need. Just continue. I was trying to say, break it like, they are breakers, they are word breakers. You can Google them. You see words you can interject at the point where you're hooked. So don't, please, can I start again? It already shows that, are you in primary school? Do you get? You need to be composed. You need to get yourself together and know exactly what you're doing. So yeah, so that's that about that. If you have any other questions about overcoming stage fright and all of that, make sure you can go on YouTube, Google, search all of that out, read up on it. Knowledge is power. I keep on saying this. So if you have any questions at that regards, make sure you put it in the comment section. I will definitely answer, right? Yeah, different exercises to do if you're nervous. I do this one. And then imagine my face, what my face looks like. And of course that makes me laugh also. So yeah, make sure you keep your energy up. Make sure you don't fidget even when you're getting super nervous. Try not to fidget. Some people can't help it. I know I have sweaty palms when I'm nervous. Let me give you a story before I go. If I find the videos of my Miss Nigeria and MPGN, I will show you where I flopped. I'm a fast talker normally, so when I'm nervous, I tend to talk 2 to 3 times faster than I normally talk, and that definitely put me in trouble. During those 2 particular, the first one I had a mental freeze. That's during Miss Nigeria. The second one I literally just and I even laughed at myself at that moment because I knew that we were freaking on. You're done it again. So yeah, if I find those videos, I'll put it. Before I go, let me give you this gist. Right, during Miss University Nigeria, when we were going to the venue for the event, the whole bus was quiet. People were nervous. My heart was pounding. At that moment, you'll be asking yourself, who sent me, God? Why am I here? Why am I not in school right now, right? So all of that was happening. All my friends, she actually looked just chilled, so calm, and Everything was just fresh for her. I was just wondering, are you not scared? Why are you just okay? Do you get? She's like, no, she's actually not nervous and everything. Yeah, a lot of people thought that she was probably just being full of herself or something, right? But then again, we got on stage and everything. So there are different types. People's nervousness and fear comes at different points. So for me, mine comes before. Some people's own comes during. Of course, nobody's own comes after, right? So like, yeah, we were going, yeah, she was cool, she was chilling. Oh, why you were quiet now? It's not party. Okay. So we got there and everything. Then everybody had dressed up, gone for first presentation, I think second presentation. Then like, I just realized, no choice to catch up the how are you guys doing and everything. That at that point, she now literally froze, right? And I'm like, what's up now? You're now looking, so like she was nervous to her bones. And I'm like, oh wow. But you're not nervous before. She doesn't know what happened. Like English just came on her all of a sudden from nowhere. So now that story is to tell you that, yeah, at that point people thought that you were funny and everything. I beg, you see you're nervous and everything. But the truth is that people actually get nervous before or during. Luckily for me, I'm the kind of person, my nervousness comes before. But once I get on that stage, and I just start, and I love the fact that parent organizers start with a dance, because the dance is actually meant to warm you up to the crowd and also make you ease, make you know the charade, you understand, feel the energy, and at that point you can conquer it because you're with different people on stage. It's not only you, right? So I've gone for a pageant where they actually made you start by yourself, like only one person walked down. It was a totally different thing entirely. But then again, after that first presentation for me, the nervousness drops. Then where it rises again is where it's time to answer question and answer. I don't know what they use question and answer to do to me, but yeah, that's about it. So just make sure that you're prepared when you're nervous. Don't lose it, right? During Miss Nigeria, on the day of the pageant, I remember Victoria was doing my makeup. I was shivering. Not small shiver, and even this type of shiver, I've not even shivered this when I'm sick. My teeth were. I was shivering. When we're making up was cold, but then again, this particular shiver, I knew it was from inside. I was so nervous. I don't know. I was so scared, and I was shivering. Then I literally would pause her sometimes, go and take a walk, take deep breaths, speak in tongues. Like we now prayed. It was a lot, man. Like going for pageantry is not easy. It's not easy. Be prepared, though. And then again, when you're at that point, like it literally felt like I was going to pass out. Like I'm not even joking with you. It felt like I was going to pass out. So this kind of things happen. So just know yourself and know how your situations might be different. Just know at that point, have a solid support system and all of that, your friends, your family. Then of course, know the kind of things you can do, the exercises to ease stress, mental preparation. Just do your part, and then when that time comes, just ease through it and just think happy thoughts. You can sing, you can dance at that point. Yes, it helps take off tension too. So if you actually have that time to do all of that, just do everything. And of course, the sky definitely is your starting point. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you definitely did, please like, comment, share, and of course be here same time, same channel every Friday 6 p.m. I definitely will be dropping new videos. So yeah, you know that girl that needs to watch all of this, please send it to her, right? Send it to everybody. You literally don't know who you'll be helping. All right, thank you so much for staying to the end of this video. Mwah. Love you. Like, thumbs up. Okay, bye-bye.